Hello there, another ground branch work in progress video for the AI. So, I've been working on this little fella. I don't know whether you've watched it before, but the cover system in ground branch right now uses an automated cover generation system that generates points sampled along the edge of the nav mesh. And I wasn't really happy with that because it generates a hell of a lot of points, and those points clutter up the world outliner and things like that for editing. So I've been testing a new method for this, and I thought I'd show you the kind of thing that's going on here. So this is a cover probe actor, and a cover probe is essentially a thing that scans out the world, and it will generate cover along the nav mesh edges given a particular point. So what essentially it's doing is it's doing a nav mesh raycast against the edges of the nav mesh bounds, and what I'm doing, or what I will be doing eventually, is building up a set of spans, sort of cover spans, that'll essentially form lines. So imagine we were just doing it against this wall. This whole segment between these 2 points would be a cover span. And the idea is that you'll basically be able to get a bunch of cover spans. Essentially, it'll just form one continuous line there, which means that if you need to go to cover, you can go to cover in any point between that point and this point. And there's a bunch of different parameters for that. So things like we can up the angle. Now I'm probably not going to do this. Let's just set that to like 177 or something. Probably not going to do it quite this way. But what is interesting is that it's actually relatively quick to do a navigation raycast. So this is just in editor, by the way. This only recalculates when I actually move this actor. So once the actor stops moving, essentially there's none of this going on. This this display is just for for editing purposes, really. And if it goes away, if you deselect the actor. So I'm just going to finish off the span generation code, and the idea is that it'll also check for cover height as well. So you'll be able to, it'll do a second raycast, which is why I'm trying to make it fast enough to do that. It'll generate cover spans, and I'm not sure whether I'm going to make it just contiguous spans from the sort of start. So if I go back to one line, this would be the sort of start point, and it would just span out around this column, say, or along this wall. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to do that or not, but essentially you can think of this as a sort of a visibility determination system. Now, you wouldn't use this at runtime because it is just a bit too expensive, especially if you've got multiple characters. But think of it as sampling the world. And what we're saying is that anything that's in these areas here don't have line of fire to this guy. So we can kind of build up a picture of cover based on, so if I wanted to take cover from somebody over here, I could go to any point on this segment and feel like I was in cover. Obviously you do sort of radius check to make sure that you've covered your whole body. But this will generate a cover span, and then the cover span the code will be allowing you to move against one of those spans. So the system itself will probably be per object. So each object in the world, like a block or something, you'll just add a few of these cover probes to it, and it'll generate its own cover as it moves. So basically, as the object moves, the probes will update, and they'll update their cover values. So there you go. It's coming along reasonably nicely. I'll show you an update when I've finished the actual cover heights and stuff, because I still need to talk to John about how high cover can actually be for new animations. But you can see works pretty quickly. It certainly generates the sort of cover points properly. So yes, I should be working on that a little bit more, and I'll show you an update when I've finished that part of it. So there you go, something that I've been working on recently. I'll show you the area actors next, probably, before I show you the finish of this, maybe. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.